And we are talking today about aligning with your purpose. And so, as we align with our purpose, I don't want you to get so grandiose about it. Purpose can be, like I said, for the day, for the week, for the moment. My purpose is what? Might be to organize. My purpose is to transform. My purpose is to make people smile. But what I'd like each and every one of you to do, and we did this in our Mindful Mondays grounding, is I'd like you to write down what your question is to your higher self or higher power, your more divine self. Ask for guidance. Much of the time when we're stressed or we're working on something, we may, in passing, ask for help, even to our higher self. But what I want you to do is I want you to write down the question, and I'd like you to pray on it this week, meditate on it this week. The invisible forces that have such power to be able to help us. This year, the veil between the divinity in yourself and the actual physical world is really thin, so it allows us to get much more powerful answers than ever before. So, aligning with your purpose, you're going to need to ask for clarity, for guidance, help, assistance, to give you maybe strength, clarity, courage, wisdom, confidence, whatever it is. And here's the thing. There's a beautiful, beautiful saying. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives, and he who seeks finds, and to him who knocks it will be open. Matthew 7:7 and 8. So even if you are not God-oriented, your higher self, invisible forces, ask for guidance. Really important. The other thing that I want to share with you about this topic is I think we go into our life sometimes with agendas. This has to happen, and therefore I'm going to control things until I get this to happen. So one of the things you may have to do is let go of fixed plans, concepts to align with your purpose. If your world is showing up differently than what you have planned, what is it teaching you about the choices, the possibilities, etc.? What is the energy calling forth? Where is it really at? Because alignment is not making it happen, it's not forcing it to happen, and it's not controlling the energy. So if you find yourself in control mode, I want you to take a step back. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, where am I in resistance to the energy flow? To find out what you may need to let go of. Letting go of agenda. The other thing in alignment, and this speaks to this second one, is you have to be willing to let the old fall apart. To let go of. To say goodbye to a part of you that you may not be able to yet. You need to make sure that you let go and realize that the old part of you needs to die. So there may be a feeling of a void, there may be a feeling of uncertainty, you may not feel safe, but that doesn't mean that you're not physically safe. So alignment also means letting go. There was a time for being ahead, a time for being behind, a time for being in motion, and a time for being at rest, a time for being vigorous, and a time for being exhausted, a time for being safe, and a time for being in danger. The master sees things as they are without trying to control them. The energy goes their own way and resides at the center of the circle. If we allow the alignment, we come into that recalibration. But we got to be prepared that we're going to feel a little bit, if not a lot, uncomfortable. So one of the things that's important is when you align with your soul, align with purpose, when you allow that alignment, one of the most beautiful things that starts to happen is that your life starts to move. So the last thing I'm going to give you as part of the things to remember in allowing this alignment is what you focus on expands. So where is your energy? Is it in gratitude? Is it in what's going right in your life? Or is it in all the problems and the challenges that you have? So what I'd like you to do today is I'd like you to align and allow that alignment of what's right in your life. Because when I start focusing on what's right, that alignment starts to naturally happen. Take a nice big deep breath. Ask, allow the old to fall away. Be ready for a little uncomfortable and align with what's right in your life.